songs usually come in different speeds. We call it beats per minute. And then we're trying to match the beats per minute so you can have a seamless transition. So you have see the DJ traditionally one ear listening to the next song and then another ear, right? They're listening to what's happening live. Why do DJs touch the knob as though they are hot?
Oh yeah, though. You guys don't realize it. You can always just go and speak to the DJ after he's finished his set.
It's like the DJ Snake come up story. DJ Snake's at Dylan Francis festival. So then he rushed to Dylan Francis. Hey, check out my USB. Then he checked out his USB. DJ Snake's life changed. Then now DJ Snake more popular than Dylan Francis. Do the DJs always get late? In my POV, today's topic is what do DJs actually do? Okay. So for most of you that don't know us, right, I want to take this opportunity to introduce ourselves and why we are qualified to talk about this topic and why it's not a waste of your time. Okay, so I'm LENERD. I've been DJing for the past 17 years, almost at every single club in Singapore. I've been producing like hundreds of tracks, and I'm also an avid fan of turntablism, which is like a form of high-level DJing, I guess, or abstract DJing. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Bahdshah. I'm a music producer and DJ. I've been producing and DJing for, producing for like more than 15 years. Yeah, actually I've been DJing for very long also. Yeah, and I held some residencies. Yeah.
Okay, I'm ARLQIN. I started off as like a bedroom DJ, you know, doing mixes in poly, during my poly days. I've been doing this for like almost 9 years, you know, having fun in and out of the DJing scene.
Yeah. So in essence, right, what DJing actually is, right, is that you are mixing song A to B and back to A and back to B, you know, and elongating the track for the tunes for the night, right, so that people can dance to it. That's how historically it was.
It's essentially like a seamless transition.
Yeah. That's what DJs actually do. But then we can like dive a little bit deeper into like what's behind the decks. Most people see the DJ, right, but they don't actually know what actually is happening. So I think we can talk a little bit about the types of DJ, and the common misconception. So the most common misconception that I have, right, is radio DJ versus club DJ. So maybe you wanna explain a little bit.
So it's okay. All DJing started off in the radio. Right. So all had to start off in the radio. So you could say like the club DJs all started off with like radio DJs who just simply decided to mix one song to the next. And then like people enjoyed that so much, like the radio like people enjoyed that so much on the radio, then people started like listening it in people wanted more DJs.
So they take it live.
Yeah, so they take it live.
In like the ballroom dancers back in the day basically.
It all started off with vinyl.
And then another common misconception is, right, DJ mix versus remix. So maybe as a music producer, you can like give us a little bit insights on that.
That one happens quite often. People tend to mix up like DJs and music producers. So a mix is more like a selection of songs where a DJ will just like a transition from one song to another. And a remix is actually like more production based. So a music producer will actually make his own interpretation of whatever is the original song.
So lastly, I will talk a little bit about like stereotypes. Like when you think about DJ, what's the international sign for DJ? It's like wiki like that, right? It all comes from like turntablists and breaks DJ where you are scratching and looping the breaks. Essentially, right, last time, or the tracks in the 70s or the 80s, especially hip hop tracks, right? They don't really follow a verse, chorus kind of structure.
Like a typical pop song.
They have like random instrumental at the center, right, which is just drum beats. And then soon these DJs found out that if you have 2 copies of the same song and you play that drum beat, and then after that, right, once that drum beat ends, you start playing that same song's drum beat on the other side, and then you rewind, and then after this side end, then you play on this side, so you can loop that drum beat infinitely, right? Then dancers start dancing to that segment, and that segment is called the break, and that's how you get break dancers.
Interesting.
So the thing is that what a producer is, even turntablists are all completely different skills. Like I cannot do what he does, right? And I cannot do what Bahdshah does. Like I can't produce music. I don't produce music. I don't do turntablism. I just mix one song to the next. And that's it, right? So being a DJ, right, doesn't mean that you can do all this. Right? A DJ is really just I can choose songs that people like for the night.
it's not necessarily related. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
it's not related.
A
It's
lot of
all
people think
different
that
skills.
if you're a DJ, you can make music,
Yeah.
you know, like create music.
I can't make music.
So there's producer, which is produce, compose, create
Composer, yeah.
music. There's DJs, which is like mix music. Yeah. And then there's also like turntablists, which is like scratching, live
The-
recreation. Yeah. And then so for
Model DJ. That's kidding.
model-
Let's not go there this episode.
yeah. So for today's episode, right, we are just gonna focus on club DJing, which is your standard DJ and what they do lah. So we can go a little bit deeper on the technical skills required to be a DJ. So the first skill is of course beat matching lah. So you wanna explain on beat matching?
Okay, beat matching is just really you match the rhythm of two songs together. You know, it's like if there's the drums, tuck, 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 and you want to match with the other drums, tuck, 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 tuck. Right? You know, that you just match these two, that's it. Nothing
They
else.
hit at the same time.
Yeah, they just
So they
hit
sound like
at
the
same time.
same song almost.
Yeah, that's it. That's
all.
That's all we are listening to. Actually, no, that's not all we're listening. But generally, that's all we are
Generally,
listening to on the headphones. Like if you every time hear us,
You're listening to the next song actually, right? Because
we're listening to the current song and the next song at the same time.
Right.
Yeah, in a way. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta listen to a lot of stuff at once.
Yeah. So basically songs usually come in different speeds. We call it beats per minute. And then we're trying to match the beats per minute so you can have a seamless transition. So that's why you see the DJ traditionally 1 ear listening to the next song and then another ear, right? They're listening to what's happening live. Yeah. So there are more in-depth techniques like phrasing, scratching, but I think we will cover the more obvious one, which is EQing. Recently, I saw a David Guetta interview, right, where Wyatt gave him an interview, and the thumbnail was quite interesting. Why do DJs touch the knob as though they are hot?
Oh yeah,
Right.
Yeah. So what DJs are actually doing, that really resembles traditional music production, right? The EQ board and everything.
Yeah.
But it's like a simplified version.
It's the most basic form of. I mean, everybody knows treble and bass, so it's basically treble and bass, except with like a middle as well.
Yeah.
So that's what they're doing. Yeah.
Something that I learned in physics, right? I think secondary school, right, is that a bass, right, consists of 60% of the energy of a track. So if you cut the bass, right, you are not technically cutting the singing, so people still can sing along, but a huge chunk of the energy of the song will be gone, and then you can fit the bass of the next song, so it doesn't like clash in a way. And that's how I guess like the basis of mixing is you know, you play one song, then the other song coming in, right? Then you cut this song's bass, and then this song can come, and then you can slowly fade.
You know, that's basically like 90% of my transitions. That's really just 90% of my transition. Just do the song, slowly raise up volume, cut the bass, bring up the bass,
cut the rest of the
song, and
the song
is playing. That's it. That's like 90% of what I do all the time.
To be
on
honest,
stage.
you don't need much, right? Like back then, all they had back in the day, to be honest, was like volume.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So from volume, we were just trying to make the transitions more smooth, and that's why like EQ, I guess, was introduced on a mixer. Yeah.
Look, anyone can really just DJ.
Because DJing techniques is really meant to complement the song. The song is the main thing, right?
Yeah,
people want to dance, people want to sing, people want to socialize, right? And music is like the accompaniment.
Okay.
Only until recently, like the boiler room phenomenon, right? That the DJ become like the altar. Everybody's like praying to the DJ, you know.
Yeah.
Back in the day, DJs were like background characters. You're just like setting the vibe for you know, maybe a brunch or a tea party.
They were still respected, but I think it's in a different way, right? Now people just want to like impress in a
it's
more about impressing. That's why they try to do like they try to do a lot of fancy things and maybe effects. But
But in essence, it's not really required.
It's not. Like honestly speaking, the easiest part of being a DJ is being on the decks actually. Like you really mindless sometimes. You just
the techniques are quite repetitive.
Yeah, it is.
But I think the true skill comes to the next part is track curation.
Yes. I would say track curation is something that every DJ, even from like the 70s, right, has been trying to create the best tracks for everyone. Like I think that is the bulk of our work, where we sit at home all day trying to just find songs for people that like, whereas like, or like if you're like a DJ in like the 80s or 90s, right, you have to go down to CD shops, you have to ask people, you have to talk to people, you have to just find songs for yourself. Like a lot of new DJs say, where do I find songs, right? Yeah, you know what, that's really the whole job of a DJ, just to find songs. If you can't find songs, you can't DJ.
And back then, songs could be out of stock. Because songs are physical CDs, cassette tape, or vinyl, right? But now you can download from DJ City, Beatport, iTunes, you know. It's a digital copy.
Actually, there was a lot of like gatekeeping in the past because some people wanted to have the hot songs, you know.
So they put a sticker on top of the vinyl so you cannot see.
Yeah, they wouldn't want somebody else to know like what song they are playing. Like this song is really good, but it's quite cool. And nowadays, like that doesn't really happen because you can just instantly like Shazam. You can find the song.
I mean, you have IDs now also. You have DJs that play IDs, so
but there's still something called dub plate. So I mean, without getting too deep into it, right? It's basically like a DJ can have his own version of a song. Like an artist can create a version of a song, right? Just for this DJ. I don't know if let's say like the simplest way I can like put it into this context, right? It's like sometimes when you see like a DJ on Tomorrowland, he's playing this very popular song. Let's say he's playing, just for example, he's playing Martin Garrix's Animals. But then right, in the Martin Garrix Animals song, right, in the middle, there's like let's say if he's playing in Singapore and suddenly it says
instead of we the fucking animals.
Yeah, it says like Singapore, you're fucking animal, something like that, you know? Like it's tailored to that. Yeah. So
that's
like,
dub plate.
Yeah, it's like
yeah, like one-off presses for songs, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that one maybe you cannot Shazam the dub plate type. Maybe. Yeah.
Still one of those cool like so back in the day they were a bit more like precious about
I mean,
their
to
music.
be fair, these days there's still a lot of gatekeeping. There's not a lot of but there are gatekeeping with songs. Like some people have remixers from artists that they will never share their full song. Like you never hear the full song.
One very good example is Ray Volpe's Laser Beam Chris Lake remix. Bloody hell, it's so good, man.
Yeah, but you can never find the actual song.
Only his inner circle have.
Yeah, exactly. So that
is that on purpose or is it because like copyright issues?
No. So I see inside Reddit, right? Chris Lake is like, that's not good enough. I'm not going to release it. Right? Whoa, that's so fucking amazing. Everybody wants it.
So that happens.
So it still happens. It still happens. It's
because the artist doesn't think like it is. But sometimes it works lah. Some people
music is subjective.
Yeah.
So the next skill, which is even more difficult than track curation, right, is how you read the crowd. How do you even explain this? Oh my god. How do you read the crowd?
I know how to explain this. You know, have you ever put on your own playlist at a party and suddenly everyone just tells you your song is shit, can you get off the playlist? Yeah. You imagine being that as a DJ, right? You imagine that, but instead now you have to make sure your playlist makes everyone happy. Everyone in the party has to be like, hey man, that's a good song. That's a good playlist. It's super difficult, right?
Everybody have their unique taste, their likes and their don't like.
And
that's read the crowd, bro.
Yeah. That's essentially reading the crowd. Just to make sure nobody comes up to you and say, your song is shit, get off the playlist.
After DJing for so many years, right, I realized it's impossible to make 100% of the audience happy, right? So I apply the Pareto's principle of 80-20, bro. Pareto's principle.
80-20.
So I got 80% of the people that is on my side, they like the tracks, right? Then the 20% that hate me, right? The 80% will fight them.
Yeah. That kind of works.
So like if you can talk about like looking at their facial expression, but to me, I think I've been DJing for so long, right, that it's so internalized, right, that I find it hard to explain how I do it. Sometimes also. Right?
I mean, you can feel that you can see people stop moving or stop dancing. Then you know, like they don't.
Suddenly all go to the bar. Then you're like,
But then it begs the question of like, because there's two kinds of DJs nowadays, right? I mean, okay, maybe there always has been, but nowadays more than ever, there is like you have like real DJs. I would call them real DJs who read the crowd, and then there's artists. So artists, they already come with a pre-planned set. So they don't really.
They play their album, their new album, something like that.
And most of the time also the crowd is okay with them playing this pre-planned set because they're coming to see the artist. But for DJs, it's like maybe it's just a regular night, and you're playing for whoever's there, and that crowd can change from time to time. Depending on the club, and depending on like what genre the night is, and so you have to adapt on the fly. So that is the real DJing skill, right? Being able to like from like maybe you see like hip hop is not working, you switch to EDM. Then you switch to like house. House EDM.
It's essentially you just want people to enjoy the space, and if people are not enjoying the space, that's the DJ's job to look at people and go like, you're not very happy right now. What can I play that makes you enjoy? But at the same time, right, you cannot just make that one person happy. Like if you have one person in the crowd just jumping like crazy and everyone else is like just standing on that board,
Wow, cannot, man.
Yeah, you also cannot do that. You cannot just make one person happy. You
That's
need to make...
the song request pandemic.
Yeah,
You know, like when the person thinks that like the whole club should hear that song because they want to hear that song. They go to the DJ and say, "Can you play like my favorite song?" I think everybody should listen to my favorite song.
Sometimes it works though. Sometimes it works. Right.
It's a crowd feedback. Like we take feedback, you know.
But 99% of the time never works.
So just to recap, so far we covered the basic technical skills of DJing. The next level is where to find songs, how to find songs, right? And of course, finding songs is all about your personal taste lah. And then next is about reading the crowd, how you keep the majority of the people happy. If not, you'll be out of a job, right? And then the fourth level, I think is the hardest, right? Is how to do a warm-up set. Yeah, for an international act. Let's just say you got Hardwell or Z or somebody famous, right? And you are before them, right? How should you like warm up for them?
Okay, you know what? Yeah. Most people have no idea what warm-up sets are, right? Yeah. So, you know, you every time you go to a club and people are like, "Oh, this DJ is like teasing me, it's like edging me." Yeah, it's really just that. It really is just that.
But to put it in Gen Z terms for everyone.
Yeah, to put it in Gen Z terms, right? The DJ kind of has to edge you before the main star comes on, then you nut in front of him.
The warm-up DJ is just
nut you.
Yes, yes, it really is just to edge the crowd. Like we're just edging you, bro. Like we're just edging you. Like what?
Then we let the main DJ.
Yes, then we
release him from your chastity cage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's the thing. Edging the crowd is damn difficult.
So I will translate this in the old people fashion. So we have the Gen Z translation, right? The old people way, right, is that the club night is very long. It's probably 4 to 6 hours. You can't be banging at the beginning, right, and expect people to start freaking shuffling, right? Yeah. So I think it's like a progression, like a journey, which is why a lot of DJs say like the night is like a journey. Sometimes the night can be like 8 hours. You know, so you have the program lah. But then I saw another TikTok post, right, where they counteract this lah. They are like, in a festival it doesn't apply, right? Festival, everybody is like a headliner, so everybody just playing their own stuff, you know. So there technically isn't a warm-up as well. And based on my own personal experience, right, I was at EDC Korea a couple of months ago, right, and I realized there is no need for this kind of like warm-up structure, because like for example, right, if you're not famous, nobody will be at your stage anyways.
Oh, this is for festivals lah.
Exactly, yeah. So you can be banging it out, right? There's nobody, right? But the next DJ, right, can be like Charlotte DeWitt, who's like more chill, right? But then suddenly everybody flood to your stage, you know? So she's like restarting the vibe in a way.
But isn't it like the responsibility of for example, like the festival to sort of like curate the acts in a way that like maybe they are the one building energy? Or do you think like for festivals they really don't care? It's just more about like which acts and when?
Actually,
I think
it's very complicated. So recently, you know, Tomorrowland, the stage burned down.
Yeah,
right? And then I start paying attention to Tomorrowland a bit more. And then I start looking at lineup, and then I see, oh my god, it's so complicated that they program the lineup, because they're not only programming like early set to late set, right? It's not just like low energy all the way to high energy, right?
Yeah.
They are also programming like, is it famous, not famous, not famous, you know? So also they are like, you know, we thought we are playing chess, they are playing 4D chess, you know? It's like even more things to juggle.
But I mean, to be fair, right?
Whether this DJ got buy fireworks or not, this DJ never buy fireworks.
Oh yeah, the stage planning.
Remember the James Hype vlog? He talked about like, I pay to play this festival because I'm being paid this amount, but I spend way more to buy the fireworks, the visuals. Yeah. So another fun fact: festival DJs, fireworks are all paid individually by their own team. So Team Tiesto will choose to pay for like maybe like 100 megatons of fireworks or something.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
But Tomorrowland is the one who brings it in lah.
You order you a la carte.
It's quite funny,
You a la carte lah. Your set one firework, okay, then you pay.
My set, I want to order, you know, like the background visuals, and then like, can I order the crowd also? Fill a crowd.
Yeah. You just buy the crowd.
Buy followers.
Then you see they're all holding the Tiesto flag, but actually it's bought.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So that's another dimension of DJing lah. So I think the next level, right, which is like the second last level to this, right, is the business side of things lah. There's like DJ, I think in the beginning cannot really make you a lot of money, so you need to like supplement it with something else. So there's like DJ content creator, DJ party promoter, DJ entrepreneur, DJ instructors.
Or DJing can just be your side thing.
Yeah,
I
and then you
know-
have a full-time job,
You have a full-time job.
DJ
DJing is just-
engineer,
Yeah, DJing is like the fun your fun life, and then like
Yeah.
you got a regular job.
wedding DJs,
Yeah, wedding DJs.
event DJs. Because the truth is, right, if you want to really make money from DJing alone, you really need to take all sorts of gigs.
Yes.
Yeah, you cannot just play the gig that you want.
If you play the gigs that you want, you end up like me. Which is
Exactly.
you just take a full-time job and you play whenever you can.
Yeah, I mean, not everybody has like a surplus of gigs waiting for them to go out there.
exactly.
And also at the same time, also I feel like this applies to like all sort of like hobbies out there. Some people just don't want to mix them.
Yeah.
Like because let's say, for example, like me, right? The reason why I don't play like a lot at a lot of clubs is because like you have to play for the crowd. And sometimes like we want a bit more flexibility. Like at certain clubs they allow you to play more of the music that you like.
Yeah.
And so that's why like it's a choice, you know?
Yeah.
You want to play the music that you like, so you play at certain venues.
And for most clubs, it's a business. So their whole entire aim is to keep the crowd.
Yes.
And let's just say if you are primarily a EDM DJ, you might have to play hip hop, man, tonight. You know, you might have to do something that you are not familiar with or you don't even like, right? Just to fulfill the KPI, the ROI, the return of investment for the club, you know.
Because at the end of the day, if you don't do that, then there's no club for you to play.
Yeah, exactly.
And also because you're a salaried worker of the venue.
Yes.
So you also have to do it. Yeah.
I mean, okay, to be fair, you kind of have to see that the club, right, is not just paying you to be there, right? They are paying you to help them create a space for people to come spend money.
Like they always say, right, marketing is the one that brings the people in, but
Yes.
the DJ keep the people there.
Yeah. Actually, that's the one thing I don't like. Like, I don't like how DJs have to do all the marketing. It's super difficult.
And now, to be super competitive, now DJs also have to bring people also. So like essentially it's
That's
like...
why the influencers are coming in, right? And becoming like, because they are the ones who can like maybe draw. Or they already have their own crowd, people come to see them.
Exactly. The ability, the fact that you know how to DJ well means lesser and lesser. Because technology is improving, right? So you might not even need to know how to DJ. You just can act like you're DJing, right? But you're an influencer, you can bring people, and you will be hired as a DJ already. Now it's increasingly so the trend right now. Yeah. And then I guess the most prevalent one is DJ content creator or DJ full-time worker, which is like myself, you know, and like him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So we really need to like drive traffic to whatever DJing stuff that we're doing. I think it's safe to say done were the days, right, where you can just be a very good DJ, right, and it can give you a comfortable living. Unless you are like a full first mover or legend, like Fatboy Slim or something. I'm just a very good DJ, full stop. Then I can make a good living.
Yeah.
I don't think it's feasible now, like in 2025.
Yeah, it's a lot more like it's a lot rare now. A lot more rare now.
With like the equipment doing most of the job for you, with AI, right? I think the human is expected to do more, right? Even when it comes to like producing your own music, designing your own artwork and everything. Yeah, so you can't just be, I'm a good DJ, full stop. I think done were the days.
But then there's also a different category of DJs, resident DJs. So those people are still, because it's also a skill in
That is actually a good point.
It's a skill in itself. Those people, right, they are, their database of songs just like spans
every bloody genre.
genres, and they can play like the longest sets ever. So they are prepared. And
for all scenarios.
For a lot of scenarios. So that's another category of
your intellectual crowd that knows every single song, your normies that don't know every single song, they can versatile. Yeah, that used to be my life for 5 years. No, actually more than 5 years. Even before like I was at Zouk, I was like Canvas and everything.
Right.
Yeah, F Club. Yeah.
So I remember F Club.
Yeah, but sadly, like a lot of these like resident DJs, right, there's like a cap to your income, so you cannot really get the big money. And to get the big money, right, which is your music producer DJs or your David Guettas or your Alan Walker or this kind of thing, But then when you become a music producer DJ, right, it also limits you because you cannot play all sorts of sound. You can only play your sound.
I mean, you have to start like you have to start like limiting yourself in a way. For example, like even somebody who was crazy as
they call it branding.
Because, I mean, people like things that they can put into a box, like that they can categorize, you know.
Like I like EDM, I'll listen to Z. You know, you don't see Z suddenly play hip hop, right?
Yeah. So even somebody like John Summit, right, who like they say he's like so versatile, where he is, but then because of like now his artist branding and stuff, so he has to like sort of like narrow down. And maybe he can only play like 1 or 2 drum and bass tracks a set,
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
So it really depends on like the route you want to go lah. Because at the end of the day, this is it could be a career, it could be a passion, and then depends on if you really value the spirituality side of it or you value the money side of it. It's then you will choose the different routes lah.
Actually, to be honest, if you value the money side, you wouldn't be a DJ.
That is true. You'll probably be an investment banker,
you
or doctor,
you earn
lawyer,
more,
engineer.
The money is not enough, right?
Yeah, you earn more just working a regular job than being a DJ. Trust me, I've seen people, right, like I've seen everywhere, right, people from like sample DJs all the way up to like people like you. You never really make that much money as a DJ. You're always constantly fighting people for money, asking to be paid. You are always trying to find your next gig. There are some months that you just don't earn enough. There's some months that you make a huge windfall, but then you gotta get it. You gotta get it like to last to your next windfall.
Last time there was this. This happens a lot less nowadays, but in the past, there's the getting not paid epidemic. I was also one of the. Dude, I think that I'm owed thousands by some companies out there. And in Indian also you don't get the money back, even with the governments.
And the gig is also not that big. You also don't get the recognition, you don't get the exposure as well.
Yeah, that was a huge pandemic. That's also one of the reasons why I never wanted to go into DJing full time.
Yeah. And I don't know where I heard this from, right? But somebody like so many people tell me this, right? Like the top 1% DJs, right, earn as much as the 50th percentile lawyer. Yeah. So that means like you can be like a not so good lawyer, right? You can earn way more than the best DJ in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense,
Because it's market, supply and demand, right?
Oh,
I think we need lawyers more than DJs, right?
There is also the disparity of like the pay disparity between like the A-listers and the B-listers is huge, right?
Yeah, exactly.
A-listers are like in the millions maybe, or only like 100,000.
I spoke to a lawyer like do they call it like associate or
associate,
or like you know like a small rank one like haven't even like passed the bar one or what, right? Their rates really at 200-300 per hour, that kind. Really more than DJs already, you know.
And the DJ's salary hasn't. I mean, the DJ's pay hasn't really increased since like 10 years ago, bro.
Exactly.
Still like $150 for Singapore. You know who you are. That's kidding.
So that's why I feel like for DJs or artists, right, it's not really a job but more of a business. It's really how you price yourself. Yeah, you can really price yourself to like ridiculous levels, like Fred again, you know. Bloody hell, today Fred again, right? How much the ticket is like 290 something, right? Then
really?
Yeah,
200 plus.
And scalpers are like reselling for 400 plus, 700 plus, insane, you know. So you could potentially have very high earning capacity, right? But it's really about how you market yourself, how you like business side of things to keep yourself afloat so that you can continue to do more creative stuff, the thing that you actually want to do lah. Yeah. And then of course, the deepest level, right, is the industry problem. So with the decline of nightlife. So do you think we still need nightlife?
You know what? We still need nightlife. There's always still a mythos, like the legend behind being a DJ. You know, nobody will ever say like being a DJ is boring. Right? Everyone when they see a DJ, wow, there's a DJ at the club, there's a DJ at the party, there's a DJ somewhere, right? There's always gonna be like a wow factor to that. So no matter what, right, having a DJ is, there's always going to be a need for a DJ. People always want like a DJ to do something fun. Right?
I think they still need a platform, right? At the end of the day.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, for the artists, they need a platform lah, but do the people need the DJ?
I feel like it's a different vibe. The whole like nightlife. That's why it's called nightlife, right? It has its own like charm to it. But yeah, maybe it's dying, but I think like it's more of because of like the gap. I think a lot of people have been talking about this recently, like because of like the pandemic, right? A lot of people saying like so the younger generation basically missed out on like their youth clubbing years. So they don't know what they're missing out on. So maybe once they like maybe like one day when they get older and then they like suddenly just happen to like step into a club again, then they might hop back onto the nightlife train or something, you know?
Right. So I would like to like actually present like two sides of the coin. So I think why clubbing, right, is increasingly like quote unquote dying, right, is also because of the intimate setting. Last time, right, clubbing, right, is for people to like do vices, you know, like cheat on their partners, or like go club and find girls, that kind of like vice kind of behavior lah. That's just one aspect. Like obviously you have nerds like us, right? They just go down there for the music.
Yeah, actually, we are all
fist pumping, shazamming, you know. Yeah. So recently, right, there's this Coldplay concert. I don't know if you guys know.
Yeah, in Singapore, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh wait, you're talking about the CEO.
The CEO one.
Okay, there was a CEO of astronomy company.
Yeah, some big company lah, basically.
Yeah,
He
so
caught cheating with his chief finance officer.
because you know, like
with the HR by his side.
Oh shit! Yeah, because you know, like there's in concerts sometimes they like to show the audience.
Yeah.
So I think they actually went to go and flash on the big screen. Like the CEO was like hugging the.
Then they faster let go and run out of the screen, you know.
So they were exposed on like the big stage.
And very similar to my night LENERD +1, right? Like people yawning on the dance floor and I zoom into their face, you know. So I think because of the increasing need for content, right? We also need to shoot more this kind of funny stuff, right? Then end up it's like people don't feel safe. It's no longer a safe space anymore, you know. Because if you don't shoot content for your night, right, then you are not gaining exposure. Then people don't even know your night exists, you know, since everything lives in social media, right? So that's also a dilemma. So that's why I feel is also one factor contributing to like the decline of nightlife lah. But personally, I actually feel very differently. I feel like nightlife is slowly picking up because I go out very often, right? I DJ every single week. I'm like out and about to different clubs, checking out acts, right? I feel like there's more and more influx of people actually. Because, you know, COVID is actually 6 years ago. Fucking hell.
Wow.
Yeah. So 5.5 years lah, technically. So I feel like that Gen Z not exposed to nightlife, right, thing, right, is kind of over,
it's about
slowly
time.
fading. Yeah. And then with Gen Alpha now already like back strong in clubbing, right? I feel like it's like slowly coming back lah.
Oh my god, Gen Alpha is old enough to club already.
Holy shit!
Shit, dude. I don't know. So I'm quite hopeful lah about the industry lah. Yeah. And then also another thing, right, is the rise of non-alcoholic parties lah. Yeah. I think
is it fun though? Okay.
I don't know, but I feel like the difficulty on that aspect, right, is their return of investment. Because parties, right, you can really book your John Summits, your Z, all these expensive DJs, right, because you sell alcohol, right, and alcohol is not cheap lah. So
can book tables.
Yeah, we can book tables.
Somebody's gonna book a table of coffee, right?
Yeah. Like I went to a Beans and
Somebody
Beats.
comes with a huge
jug of coffee.
And they filter it in front of you and charge you, but they can't charge you 10 grand for it.
Actually, I was talking about the Beans and Beats. You were there with me, right? Me, you, and Harvey, right? Or is it me, Harvey, and someone? Did you go to the Beans and Beats party?
I was at one with I think
you and Harvey were right.
And
then we were so supportive. We drink coffee, right? Like most people never order lah. I think that was during their early days, right? Not many people order. People were just jumping. But we order one. Then we order another one. I ordered 3 lah. I don't know how many you ordered. Maybe you
one only.
You one only, right? Then Harvey was with me lah. Then we just order but we treat it like alcohol, you know. It's like because nothing to do, then we drink, right? Wow, we get so jittery after that, you know. It really operates differently from alcohol. Alcohol you can just keep continuing, right? And then the night just
one is a suppressant, one is like giving anxiety, bro.
Exactly.
And somehow alcohol makes the night more and more fun progressively. I don't know how to describe it. I'm not alcoholic.
It is what I mean. It
relaxes you, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes me not so nervous.
Conversation opener. I mean, like yeah.
So that's why I feel like alcohol is like pairs very well with parties. So for non-alcoholic parties, right? I don't know how the energy level is like. I've never really DJed for one, and I also don't know what the return of investment is for that kind of party. They probably have to rely a lot on sponsorship lah, in order to bigger acts to kind of grow the night in a way.
Yeah, but then again, right, if you don't do alcohols in your party, right, you open yourself up to larger and different sponsorship.
That could potentially be true also, yeah.
True. I mean, they probably make through tickets, I guess.
Yeah.
I think unless it's a free event, and then yeah. I mean,
if it's a free event, then it's really 100% sponsored out.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, how are they paying the DJs? Unless the DJs are just their collective friends, and then the DJs not getting paid lah. So like,
likely the first handful would be all with their friends on.
Right. So yeah, there's no ROI.
yeah, I think
We'll see.
Or they're building it for the long
challenging.
term. lah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
They're looking at the long term, you know, so they can afford to spend some money now.
Anyways,
they're building a culture.
The earliest Gen Alpha is 15 years old. So we have about 3 more years before they start clubbing.
Inception.
Start the marketing. What do Gen Alphas like?
TikTok.
Let's mix DJing and Fortnite.
Already done Marshmallow.
No. Crank that is a master of Gen Alpha marketing. You see his songs.
Slang,
Yeah, you see his songs. It's damn stupid.
So the trend now, right, is like day party lah. People don't want to stay out so late. I don't think it's necessarily non-alcoholic parties, but it just so happen non-alcoholic parties are happening in the day. So that's why I think they catch the trend. So I feel like the next trend is probably like
morning parties.
Day party, right? But with mix of non-alcohol and alcoholic options, you know.
But it isn't a festival like a day party or something. It's like
day to night lah.
Some of them even like before midnight they end already at festivals.
Some
of them like they start early, like 4 or something. Then
start early at 4. I thought festivals start at like 11 a.m. now.
11 a.m.
11 to 10
every
a.m.
single day start 12. They call it the day break set 12. Then after they end at like maybe 1:30, 1:45. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's not too bad lah.
Yeah. So like a 12-hour schedule lah for all sorts of acts lah.
Sure.
Yeah. So another thing that I realized, right, is that there are some, because in this podcast we talk to so many DJ bookers, right, and they find that booking DJs, right, the return of investment gets smaller and smaller, right, until the point, right, that booking DJs is no longer sustainable. That's why I think, right, the new way to earn money for a DJ booking, right, or a promoter, right, is to start to book motivational speakers or podcasters. They actually generate way more revenue.
But for a night though, like who would go to a night?
I think we need to push it back.
Yeah.
Not so niche right now.
We
go back to what DJing is.
Yeah. But I think that is like the
it's
kind
like the future of it. This is how you see the future, I think.
Yeah, which is also kind of why I'm also stepping into this like content creation podcast kind of angle lah. Because right now technology, right? Why I say that, right, is because technology has created such a low barrier of entry, right? For DJs, my grandmother can also be DJ already, you know. So if everybody can be DJ, what can stand out? Your looks, that's it. Your looks and how you brand yourself, you know. So I feel like the playing field is so like muddled already. It's no longer about DJing anymore. So if you really want to be a good DJ to survive in the DJ industry, then the DJ industry is not for you, right? Because it's increasingly not about DJing anymore.
But then it's about becoming an influencer again.
Exactly. So in my opinion, I feel like being a podcaster kind of takes more skill than a DJ in 2025.
Yeah, but okay, I just want to say something, right? For people who actually want to start trying out DJing, right? Your first goal is to actually come down to events.
Yeah.
Like you guys don't realize it, but like you can always just go and speak to the DJ after he's finished his set. Like okay, you can't meet international DJs because obviously they'll run off in their van after.
That's what everybody wants.
Yeah. But for us local DJs, right? We are on the dance floor like after our set.
Yeah.
You can always just approach us, talk to us, and
don't approach me.
Okay. You can approach
introverts.
Yeah. But generally speaking, you can always approach us and talk to us. We are not gonna like tell you to fuck off because we are too good for you. No. A lot of us are just there to enjoy music also.
We are music heads also, so we are there like supporting the night.
Yeah. And that's actually a solution to a very complicated problem that we couldn't figure out in the beginning. And that's how to get booked.
Yes.
All we can do is practice all day, become better and better DJs, right? But then we are like, so how to get booked? How to play at this place? How to play at this amazing club? Yeah, and the solution is so simple.
Yeah. Just show up. Just show up.
Support other people's show.
People start to recognize you. Basically, it's like networking, right?
Yeah, it's networking.
Like, look, if LENERD sees you every night at his place, and you tell him, oh, I DJ also, you know, there's a good chance that he's gonna be like, you know what, maybe you can try it out. You know,
it's like you support me, I support you.
You at least have a chance to like send your mixtape to that DJ or whatever.
And then he'll be like, you know what? Since he's here all the time, maybe I can give him a chance. He knows what the place is like.
I mean,
he knows what to do.
It's like the DJ Snake come up story, right? DJ Snake is at the Dylan Francis concert festival.
Okay.
And then after that, he rushed to Dylan Francis, hey, check out my USB, you know. And after that, he checked out his USB, then DJ Snake's life changed. Then now DJ Snake more popular than Dylan Francis already.
Man.
Yeah. So just now, right, back to your point, right, when you say Gen Alpha is 15, right, catch them when they're young, right? So just now I was like having a
Catch them when they're young.
having a lunch with one of my friends, lah, and then he was suggesting, why don't we get the poly and uni students together and give them a final year project to do, so like maybe like interact with the events. Like poly, there's like events course or marketing course, right? We get them to like kind of do their FYP about the topic of their FYP or their final year project be like how to resurrect nightlife or something like that. Yeah. So I don't know lah.
How to resurrect though? But are they okay? They're old enough, yeah.
Yeah. Like the marketing angle,
Oh, get them to give ideas lah. Since their generation is going to be going into clubbing. It's quite interesting.
They will be the new thought leaders, They'll be the new consumers also.
Yeah, when they first go into like school also, they normally get their like freshman orientation where they have their first taste of clubbing, which is like they have, I don't know if you guys had this experience before, but like during my time we used to have this like freshman orientation parties. So they will invite DJs like from actual clubs to come and play, but for the school.
Really?
So they set up an area outside the school. Yeah.
Back then we did the Rocking Good thing.
We did one, right? We did
at
one.
NTU, and we DJing to like 3,000 people or something.
Yeah, it's just like huge crowd. I played for Republic Poly one, so it was like 5,000 people. Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to be fair, for my school, the freshman orientation, it was our own DJ club that DJ for the night.
Yeah.
So that's where everyone also got started. That's where I got started.
Yep. A lot of the kids also, that's where they learn. So like they learn that their school will have like a DJ, like CCA. That's where they get their in also. Yeah. That's how I started DJing properly, like on a set of decks also. Yeah.
And then you guys, right? Just come down like as a collective, as your CCA, just come down to our clubs. Have fun.
Yeah.
That's one way to
have fun.
And to conclude this podcast, right, I have a final question is, do the DJs always get late?
No.
Honestly, right, in my POV, even if you can, you also cannot afford to, because you'll be so busy, right? Like for example, like for myself, when I DJ the night, right, the memory of the night is still fresh in my head, right? I want to go back and like label my songs like, hey, this actually work, and think about it. And then so that tomorrow you can come back stronger. Yeah.
I think that's one thing I want to talk about. It's like there is this connotation that DJ means like whenever people like, for example,
rock stars, bro.
Yeah. For example, like I mean, for us we are the true music heads, So when we go to club, we go there to like listen to the music.
Yes.
And the bonus is if we can find our friends.
Yeah, exactly. So
yes. He's happy to just stand alone out there yesterday. And then from far I see him like, why this guy like alone? Then I just summon him to.
Some people don't understand that. They'll be like, hey, you're here alone. Oh, what? Like, or they think like, last time you go party, you like to go party, bro. But like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm there for them. Yeah, some people are there for the music.
Music held my hand, bro.
Yeah, and those people who want to get laid, that one is like that kind of people, like like
those,
I mean, nothing. That's your lifestyle,
Those people are one group of people in the club. Yeah, they're always like with the other people that also want to get laid. Yeah, you don't realize it, but like men who want to get laid are only hanging out with women who also want to get laid.
Ooh.
Those who neither want to do either are not together. Remember that.
The guys that want to get laid, right? That hang out with females that don't want to get laid is called a friend zone, right?
Yeah.
or
like
they're using you to buy drinks.
Yes.
So
yeah, they're just using you to buy drinks. So you know what? Yeah.
So if you guys like this kind of content, right, we can discuss a little bit more about this kind of like dark side of DJing lah. But basically today's episode is just a preface of like a preface of what DJing actually is. Like hopefully it's not too complicated. You guys can understand what it is. We definitely can go more complicated lah, but I'm afraid like you will like overwhelm everybody on our first discussion. And I can't believe like 120 over episodes, then we think of like
it's real deep.
Deep down low.
Real deep.
Yeah, but I can't believe we only thought of this like to do this like DJing topic after like 120 episodes.
You gotta put the meme at the front. Like the TikTok, that lady like what do DJs do anyways? You can put it at the front of the podcast.
Why was she crying?
But yeah,
why was she crying?
But that concludes the episode for today. Thank you so much.
Alright.